Hi guys, in this video I want to show you how to scale Facebook ad account to $5,000 or more per day in profitable ad spend. And I actually will show you my ad account so you can see inside of it, you can see real stats, not like other people that, you just see they tell you about how to scale ads to $5,000 a day, and then they show you the ad account with $3 a day ad spend, so it's kind of, I'll show you the real stats so you can see it's all real information based on real results, and it's actually proven by $40 million in profitable ad spend we've had just last year. On average, we spent $3 to $5 million on Facebook ads every single month. So this is real information, and that's exactly what I will show you in this video. And I'll show you also the whole strategy behind how we scale, what is the best strategy basically to scale and how to be profitable with dropshipping, with Facebook, with e-commerce on a daily basis, and the final scaling strategies that we utilize. So it will be very exciting videos, guys. Let's get started. These are the stats from the beginning of the year. So we spent $986,000 on ads, and we generated 3 million back in sales, which is not ideal, but it's all right. And also this month, for instance, we spent $126,000 on ads, and we have generated 331. And some of the things that I want to show you and how it's different from all other videos that you might have seen, these are real stats. You can see it here. And also not a lot of people, they would tell you how to scale to $5,000 a day in ad spend or in sales, but they wouldn't actually show you the proof, right? So you can see here it's real proof. These are real stats. As you can see here, the return on ad spend fluctuates a little bit, right? But we are still profitable, and in this video I want to show you exactly how to stay profitable no matter what happens with your Facebook ads, because it fluctuates all over the place, right? So I want to show you the strategies that we are using to make our funnels highly profitable. And as you've heard, like I said, funnels, and I'll show you the strategy for that, because this is different and that's what's working for us on this stage. This is basically the strategy we call funnel scaling, and this is different, from regular Shopify stuff you have seen before and regular Shopify strategies. Now, some of the things that we are using here, like the product selection criteria. So a lot of the training and a lot of the things that you might have seen, it's kind of the products that people choose to sell, they're kind of low margin, or they're low cost products, right? And obviously there is a place for those, but I have found the most scalability, especially with current costs with Facebook, it's kind of expensive to advertise, and it's getting more and more competitive. So you need higher margins. So that's why when we choose products to sell, we are looking for $40 to $50 dollars per sale profit, right? So that's what we're looking for, because we want to be able to afford $40 or $50 per sale and still be profitable, right? So with this account, as I showed you, we spent $40, $50, $80 per acquisition. We're still profitable, right? So that's basically where you want to be, because if you can spend the most to acquire a customer, you'll simply outbid your competition. You'll spend more than them, and they'll not be able to just compete with you, right? So another product research criteria that you should use is high perceived value, right? So difficult for people to know the real price of the product, right? So there was a product some time ago, so you might have seen this. You might have seen this product. So it's a product basically with it was sold with ClickFunnels, and it was selling ridiculously. So you can see here the funnel for it and everything. It was so refined, and you can see the process is totally different from regular dropshipping stuff, right? So for example, here, if I click on this product, the way it's being sold is totally different from all other strategies, just directly driving people to the sales page, and also the perceived value is greater. So we'll break down the funnel for it in a second, but basically the product is something that you can have higher margins with, and you can have higher like perceived value. So when you make a sale, it's like $40-50 profit that you can reinvest back into advertising. So that's the key to scaling. That's the key to spend like, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 per day profitably, and, you know, basically generate profit. Now you should be in a niche with a lot of demand, so highly scalable, so where you don't have to be like very precise in targeting, or when you decide to scale, it's not like there are only like few 100,000 people in that niche that you're going after and you will like just saturate it within a week. You want to be in a niche where you can scale up with, you know, like one product, but you can scale up to $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 per month in sales. That's where you want to be. And so these niches like gadgets, weight loss, skincare, beauty, kitchen, right? These are like high, you know, niches with a lot of people in them that are potential buyers. That's where you want to be, right? And also niche with a lot of like possible upsells. So for example, like, you know, like where you can choose products to upsell, and also when you have an email list, you can just send people different offers and see, you know, whether they buy those offers. So you can basically eventually find some new offer that you can scale. And also proven to sell. So for that, we're using AdSpy or using different tools to find the proof of concept that the product is actually selling. Because if it's selling, then, you know, obviously a lot of people say it's saturated, or, you know, a lot of people selling it. So you should find like unique products. I mean, it's kind of like takes a lot of testing to find unique products that are actually selling. So in my experience, it's better just to focus on something that already works, improve based on that, like improve the funnel, improve the ads, improve the you know, landing pages, improve the ads, you know, themselves, the videos, and sell the product effectively. That's you know, I think that's the shortest way for you to get that kind of like momentum as fast as possible. Now the funnel, right? So as you can see, for instance, with this product, you have the pre-sale page, right? So you have like quite like good like descriptive content, and then you have pop-up here. Yes, I want 70%, 75% off now. Like you can see, that's the order page. Now this product, like if you search for it on AliExpress, and by any means, like I don't recommend you sell the same product. I mean, these people stopped advertising. I don't know like what was the reason, but the funnel itself and how they scaled it and how it was like advertised so aggressively, like, you know, they spent so much money on advertising. You can see here like so many shares, so many likes, you know, they advertise like these are the most successful ClickFunnels ads like of all time, and these guys are on top here. So obviously it was very successful, but I don't recommend you sell the same product. Like, I don't know if it's like still selling, but the funnel that you see here, we have modeled. And if you want the template of the same funnel, you can just you just comment funnel template below this video, funnel template, and I'll send you basically the same funnel template. So you can just copy and paste it into your like ClickFunnels account that's been used, you know, ClickFunnels account, like ClickFunnels is used to sell this item. So I'll give you my template, so you can just copy and paste it into your account, make slight changes, and you'll be able to sell these products as well. You can see here they have the like basically they have the, you know, the testimonials about the product. They have, you know, some trust badges and stuff, right? This, I mean, this could be improved. Like in my experience, like we have improved a lot based on this, but this is a good start. And you can see the price for this product is $56, right? And still, like, even if it was $56, this product costs like $3-5 on AliExpress. You have $50 to acquire a customer. You have $50 to acquire a customer. Like, find me like dropshippers that can afford like $50. Like, you'll simply like you'll be able to spend more than them, and you'll simply, you know, get them out of business, right? So if you have a funnel like this, that's our strategy for scaling to, you know, high daily ad spend. Now, with upsell, right? So that's basically the first page when you sell the item. Then you have several upsells, right? Special offers that comes here after you submit the information, your credit card on file, and these are basically like one-time upsell. So you only have to click a button to buy another item. So that's basically, you know, the offers that you can sell, right? So you can have, you know, upsells for more of the same product. Let's say here you're selling this for $56, then as an upsell you can even offer it like for $20, right? Just like get 2 of these you know, lenses for your phone for only like $40, and that is like very good offer compared with the first price. So you can get your average order value to like $100 easily with this product, because the margins and perceived value is there, like, you know. So that's basically what you can do. And then 2 more upsells, right? 2 more upsells. One of them could be subscription membership. It's more advanced stuff. I don't recommend you do this if you're just like starting out or you know like what you're doing. So, but this is very powerful because let's say if you're just breaking even on the front end. So I'll just show you basically how it happens here. Like if you're just breaking even on the front end, let's say, so here the break-even ROAS in this situation for us is 1.2, right? We're just like break even. We don't make a lot of profit, like, but we can spend a lot on acquisition. We can spend a lot on ad spend. And you know, what happens is you simply can just overspend. Like if you're just breaking even on the front end and then on the back end, you make like all of the profit. With membership, for example, it has to be structured properly. I don't recommend you do this like in, you know, like if you don't know what you're doing, but that is something that you can implement. Let's say you have some special membership offer and you charge like, you know, like 10 or like 9 or, you know, like $19 per month for that service. Then this is quite big, you know, upside potential. Let's say every third person will sign up for that offer. So you have, let's say 100 buyers a day, you have 30 new subscribers. Let's say you're charging like, so I'll show you the like simple calculation. So here, let's say if I want to have this subscription, right? So let's say I'm charging like $19 per month, right? And let's say like the third of my buyers would sign up. So let's say if I have like 100 buyers a day, right? So 30 people a day, right? I would have like $570 in recurring monthly revenue per day added to my income. So on any given day, like it would just like add up. And there is a structure to it and you have to do it properly. I don't recommend you do it like, so it like, you need to do it properly. It cannot be just like regular setup because you'll get burnout. Like it has to be properly set up, the membership, the offer, like how you fulfill on your promises, all of this stuff has to be properly set up. But you can see the power, like can you imagine like $500 extra to your recurring revenue, like basically added monthly, and months after months kind of like adds up. That's where it becomes like very, very powerful. And then another thing is collect emails as soon as possible to follow up. So like, for example, with this funnel, you should like, I mean, this is not like with this, they haven't applied it, but basically on the first page, when you're just showing your offer, then you should basically get their email addresses so you can follow up with them. Or even when you get the email address here, right, you can just follow up and send them like card abandonment emails or emails with new offers. So basically you maximize the value that you get from that like back end too. So not only you making money on the front end, not only you making money with membership, but also you make money from the back end from sending new offers to these people. So there's like several ways that you monetize the same list. And can you imagine how much can you spend more on acquisition on Facebook ads, guys? And I'll tell you, like, this will like become more and more like competitive. Facebook ads is not easy to do. Like if you don't know like what you're doing, like you'll probably, you know, spend a lot of money with no results, because you know, we work with people who come to us after they work like with multiple like programs, or they have tried to do it by themselves and they have gotten like nowhere. So basically you need to know like what you're doing, and your funnel needs to be very strong with Facebook in order for you to be profitable. Now, Facebook ad strategy. So first thing is like basically emulating, finding what works, you know, finding proof of concept, finding like ads, you know, that are working for other people, right? And the first step is always like emulating what's working. Like we don't want like reverse engineer, we don't want like, you know, reinventing the wheel, right? We want to like reverse engineer and find out what's working. So if certain like video like working for other people, we just create a similar video and we just start with that. We want to validate, we want to see if the product is actually selling. And if the funnel is strong, that's the beauty of it, right? It will work from the start, or at least it will look promising, because you know, imagine if you have like average order value of $100 or more. If other people like dropshippers, they have like average order value of like 20 bucks. I mean, you can just like overspend them. You don't have to be like very good like at Facebook if your funnel is very strong, but you need to have these like things like figured out, or you need to have some guidance and mentorship, because like having good funnel will solve a lot of like issues for you, like, and you have to like be very good at Facebook, but you need to know how to do it. And for for Facebook ad strategy, we start with 1054 method, which is 10 ad sets. We have 5 interests with flags. We have 5 interests like regular broad interests. And then because we're going after like wide niches, that's why it's easy for us to target. We just go after broad niches and they convert for us. Then 5 seconds are different, right? So we have like basically 5 different variations of the first 5 seconds, or 5 thumbnails, right? And then we have 4 variations of the creative, right? So basically, like we have several like variations, like so we have like 5 different like versions that we want to test, and then we structure it in a way where like we have the highest chance of identifying like what kind of creative and what kind of like thumbnail works the best with specific offer. That's kind of like how we structure it. And we have different interests also, so we kind of like see what combination of offer and creative works the best, and then do it in iterations, right? So once we find that works, something that works, then we scale it, and we just scale what doesn't work, and we go like in learning cycles, right? So for example, in this specific situation, it's kind of like we found what's working, we killed like the ads that are not working, and we just like continue to improve like what's working, right? So we constantly like improving, and for that you need to have a budget. Like there is no way like you can do like proper testing without budget. So at least, you know, like $300 to $2,000. And a lot of people, they focus like on testing like different products, like just like throwing like, you know, like spaghetti like into the wall and like seeing like what sticks. But I mean, it's more like time consuming and also like more like wasteful method in my experience. I found that if you do your like research properly, if you go after products that are selling, and then you like reverse engineer, have like strong funnel, then I mean you don't need like to test so many products. Like you can just, after like 1-2 products, you can find a product that you can sell to 6-7 figures. So here, like all of these stats, as you can see here, like with this specific ad account, it's only one product, guys. So you can see like one product can be basically scaled like to $300,000 per month. Right, so that's the beauty of it. And so I recommend that you do your proper research and you focus on products that are actually working and validated before you kind of like start like doing and testing products that are just like that you personally like, or maybe like only have like very like not very significant proof of concept. So just make sure that you focus on products that are actually proven to sell. Now, scaling, you know, that's a topic that a lot of people are obsessed about, but scaling here is very easy. Once you find that proof of concept, once your funnel is strong, then you just scale it with stacked lookalikes, right? So you stack lookalikes from 0 to 8% in one ad set, like that typically works very well, and create lookalikes based on the lookalikes that, you know, the list that I provided below. You can find it's basically the you know, people who purchase the last 3 days, 7 days, 14 days purchasers, right? You create lookalikes based on them, and you create lookalikes on those like time frames, and so those typically work very well. And also lookalikes based on the buyers that are, you know, the most valuable to your business. Those are the best lookalikes you can use. But also a lot of people are using lookalikes from initiate checkout. Those are typically also quite effective. So, and then we put those into CBOs, right? And the bigger your market is, the less targeting you need. And that's like that kind of one of the points that I've outlined in one of my other videos about targeting. So the less targeting, you need less targeting to basically have, you know, good results, you know. So like less targeting, like if you are in the wide market, let's say you are in like gadgets, or like you're in let's say some accessories for like iPhone, like this one I showed you, like you don't need a lot of targeting because there are a lot of people interested in this. It's basically like millions and millions of people. So you don't have to be very precise in your targeting. Facebook will do a lot of the optimization for you. And because the product like resonates with a lot of people will respond positively to it, and you'll have good relevance scores and click-through rates and CPCs. Then with CBOs, we combine winners. We have $500 to $1,000 per campaign to scale faster. And so that's basically the setup we use. Scaling is very straightforward once your funnel is strong. And then, you know, you start with basic like testing here. You do it in iterations, like you see what's working, what doesn't work. As long as your funnel is good and promising, then you will have good results. Now, if you need help with that, obviously you can apply to be like mentored by me. So there should be a link somewhere below, and we get great results for our students. We get our students to $10,000-$20,000 a day in sales. But like you can see, like basically the strategy, you can just follow it and get great results. And if you want the funnel, guys, please just comment like funnel template below, and I'll share the funnel template with you. And then please subscribe to my channel too. That's also will be quite pleasant for me. Thank you very much, guys, if you like this information. Now with logistics here, so logistics here are very also very streamlined. We start with AliExpress vendors with good feedback and reputation, and I have another video that covers like how to basically progress, how to evolve as a dropshipper, first from AliExpress, then to your own agent, then to your own warehouse, and then once you have the traction with AliExpress, once you see the product is selling, you work with an agent, and so that's 30 plus orders a day. Once you have like 1,000 orders, I recommend that you ship products to United States, or whatever your main market is. You buy them in bulk, because you want to be progressing through this, like kind of like you don't want to be you don't want your business basically to be stopped by Stripe or some other like payment processor because you don't deliver your orders on time, or you deliver like bad customer experience. That's the worst thing that you can do. That's why we have these good profit margins. Because we want to be able to afford good customer service, send products to customers, and then over time improve it even farther, because that all requires financial investment. And I mean, people operate on very small margins. They take money out of business, and they don't reinvest into providing better customer experience. That's why a lot of dropshippers fail, and they get their Stripe account shut down or PayPal account shut down. So make sure that you constantly evolve. And for fulfillment in the United States, I recommend dollarfulfillment.com. Go check them out. They're pretty good, and their prices are one of the best that you can get. Always upload tracking number to PayPal, send shipping updates. Like just do good business, right? A lot of people have issues with payment processor limitations like Stripe and PayPal and all of those things. So make sure you upload tracking number to PayPal. You send shipping updates to your customers so they know where the product is, and make sure that you just do that good business that you're just like good business to do business with, right? That's kind of like the core of it. And if you looking for like shortcuts, then I mean, it's kind of like if you don't do those like basic things, then you will sooner or later you'll have your Stripe account limited or shut down. You'll have reserves, like you'll have all of those things. So make sure that you do good business. Now, if you want to do subscription, as I outlined, one of the things here, basically it's kind of like it's high risk business model. You have to talk to high risk merchant processors. Stripe and PayPal can get you shut down. So make sure, like, what works for me, it works because I've made a lot of mistakes, and those things I don't recommend you do like without like proper like research and proper working with proper people and having like proper setup. Obviously that costs more, like these are like higher fees that these guys are charging, and for a good reason, because they allow you to have higher like chargeback ratio. They also allow you to have different things set up differently than like PayPal or Stripe. But again, PayPal and Stripe shutting down accounts quite a lot. So make sure that you do good business. Make sure that you do your research. If you need help with setting up basically the funnel scaling system in your business, that's basically the funnel scaling systems that I've outlined here, and scaling to like $5,000 a day or more in profitable ad spend with just like one product, $200,000-$300,000 per month with one product. I don't guarantee you'll get there, but we get our students very good results. So should be a link somewhere below, so you can just apply to work with me and get mentored like through all of these like little things, and have you guided through all of these limitations to basically figure it out. So thank you very much, guys. If you like this video, please comment below. So again, final template, if you just post like final template below, then I'll share with you the final template that we've used as our model. So you can just plug and play into your ClickFunnels account, and you can basically just start selling it. Just adjust it to your product, obviously. But that's basically the model we are using. That's funnel scaling model. And again, that's a model that we've used here to generate $331,000 in sales, and the month has not ended yet. So hopefully it will be like around $450,000-$500,000 months. The stats here are a bit like on the lower side. The actual stats are higher. So, and we also have some good subscription on the back end. So this is good, good business model, guys. So if you need any help, please apply below. If you want the funnel template, just comment funnel template and I'll send it to you. So thank you very much. Subscribe to my channel. There will be a lot of great videos like this and a lot of more like useful insights and strategies that will blow your mind. Thank you very much, guys.